It's in the chat, but it's some next shit. I'm gonna forget the math 100%, but just know that. Okay, so the number you're gonna have to use is like 7 because
I feel like life goes
like
in sevens.
1. No, it's based off of the year. So like you have to use 1, which is like you or some shit. But then after, you add 1 to like the year that you're in. So it's 1 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, so it's 7. And then you have to do some next shit. It's bullshit math.
The next math was actually
for it to make sense in what it's talking about, you have to do that math to get it. So
because I think my number was 20 because you have to take the day you were born and the month you were born and you add them together, and then I got 20, and then you take 2 plus 0, which gave me 2. And
no,
then,
it's just
and then you add it to the 7. 2 plus 7 gave me 9, so I was on cycle 9.
No, it's just interesting.
You said bad math, long division, all this bullshit.
I feel you, but it is interesting to like unlock that shit. Like you're just like, interesting.
Well, what does that mean in the end though?
So I guess you could tell me your cycle.
So it doesn't. It just means, like there's like 9 years where your life goes through some form of cycle. So I don't remember all of them off top, but it's like year 1, you're supposed to start like looking into yourself or some shit. And year 2, you're supposed to do something else. And year 3, you're supposed to focus on existential shit where like people are coming into your life, blah, 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 blah. And you basically run through a course. You run through that cycle every 9 years. So I just remembered that when I did mine or whatever, I remember that I was on year 7 and I forgot what year 7 was, but I read mine for this year, and it's basically that this is the year that you're supposed to go and like basically get it. Like, yo, everything that you have that you built available for you is like you have to like take advantage of that. Like,
okay,
you know what I mean? Like this is the time for you to actually whatever. Year 9 for what I guess he's on now is that year 9 is where year 9 is where you're basically relaxing from all the hard work you've put in or whatever.
And it's also giving people around you like more opportunities and stuff like that. So it's just like instead of me being like, oh, I'm planning for just me. It's more like, okay, I'm going to put this person in this situation because it's going to help them. I'm going to put this person in that situation. I'm going to put this person in that situation. And I'm also planning.
So now, say next year, his shit would start at 1.
1 again. Okay.
And then it's a whole new cycle for another 9 years.
Okay, that's cool. Who posted this? Who?
Director X.
Director X. That's cool. That sounds like a cool thing to live by. A cool mantra.
Yeah, it's like he was saying that he just does it every year, and that's how he navigates his year or his life a little bit ever since he kind of looked more into it. And not to say that it's like it's 100% facts, but it's something to kind of, I guess, look towards, because in some capacity you could kind of hold yourself accountable and then be like, okay, like, yeah, this is something I could go off.
Especially him posting it, that kind of gave him, that kind of forced him to be accountable, because it's like,
you know what I mean?
He made it public. And now people are going to be looking at him for that. It's like, oh, you on this? It's like, yeah, I'm still doing it. So I guess it's for us and for him as well.
Yeah, that's the whole point. He's putting it out there, so people hold him accountable, if anything.
But the thing is, though, I think it's not supposed to be something people can measure themselves to. It's something that it's supposed to be personal, because that whole 9-year cycle doesn't mean like you're gonna be rich. It just means like whatever. I'm probably gonna put this up, but it's like whatever you're supposed to, whatever life has you in, whatever position or whatever, there's a cycle that happens every 9 years. So, you know, if you pay attention to it, these are the things that could possibly happen. And it's funny because I was like, damn, like all last year, all the shit that was happening, blah, blah. And going into this year, I was like, yo, I've really felt more motivated and all that bullshit to do, you know, better and everything.
Yeah.
And it's funny because I came across that video and I'm like, wow, that's so crazy. Like, I actually do feel like I'm on year 8. Like the way how it's been described and everything, I'm like, yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I feel like last year was my year 8 still, because the amount of stuff, even for myself, that's like that's grown. It's like in general, and just been getting things like new mics, new camera, and just like certain positions I put myself in. It's just a setup for this year to be like, okay, I don't really have to go as hard as I did last year because I have most of the stuff I need.
I'm not trying to downplay it, but it kind of sounds like Zodiac.
I mean, it
Zodiac
falls in that
horoscopes.
line if you look on that
Where it's,
spiritual
like,
skill.
really, really broad. Anybody can be like, oh, that's me too.
Yeah.
Not to downplay it, but it's still a cool thing to live
Well,
by.
yeah, there's billions of people in the world, you know, so there's
It's
gonna be a
one of
lot
the-
of
yeah, it
stuff
is.
we're gonna
It's gonna be
connect
overlap.
on.
It's one of those broad things where you have to just find meaning in it for yourself.
Yeah.
And basically what
That's what makes it
you-
unique.
Yeah.
All right, get
Basically,
it.
it's a way to also give you like some kind of like understanding and purpose of like why certain things happening.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, facts.
So it just kind of gives you like those answers to be like, okay, cool. Now I know why this is happening. Now I have like the baseline. Now let me just add on to it and go from there.
Yeah, because like all things in life have a certain like give off energy. So like I wouldn't be surprised if there's like millions or billions of people living on the same wavelength and like you know.
But you also gotta
things-
remember you got people out there that collect rocks or crystals and stuff like that.
Them niggas is weird.
So
That's a psychosis thing.
What you mean?
No, I'm joking. Man. But I feel like for me, when I see niggas on the rock shit,
Yeah.
they're too spiritual for me. You know, it's too much.
this guy's like,
Like they got beads when
Like
you
they-
go in
they-
their house.
Like they're
It's like, why I gotta brush this back?
like it's to the point where like the bead is attached to them, like physically, like you know what I mean.
yeah.
Like it's on their neck, it's in their hair,
Yeah.
it's on their fingers.
They be wearing the hippie pants,
On the
the like loose
pants.
joints.
Yo, my nigga,
They
I'm
have
telling
the
you,
shoe tie as a belt.
it's
different
It's a different overload, man. I don't know if I can handle the spiritual
This
niggas.
guy's a spiritual overload.
They be doing the drawing things that like Destiny people do. What do they call those things?
Aren't some of those like for some people's religions?
Henna. They be having the henna on there.
That's what it's called.
Are they allowed to
know
do
that.
that?
I think so.
I
I've seen
don't-
a whole bunch of
it's
people do it
cool,
that really
I
shouldn't
don't,
be doing it.
I don't think.
So Rihanna has a whole tattoo.
Yeah, like a whole bunch of
henna
people do
tattoo?
it. Just because it looks cool, they do it.
Oh, I thought it was just like a religious thing.
I really thought that was.
So
Like
I didn't know it was a fashion.
I don't
People were
know.
doing it for fashion reasons.
It could be.
I seen Rihanna with it.
I remember seeing
but-
y'all them at my school used to be doing that all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I used to be like,
Like,
oh,
the
it's a
Middle
religious
Eastern
thing.
girls would be showing them how to
Yeah,
do it and everything.
like I'm sure it has some sort of like religious meaning, but
I think it's a cultural thing. I don't think it's, I
or
think it's a-
cultural meaning. But like there are people who aren't in that culture that say, oh, that looks cool.
Look at
Do
that
me too.
henna. Yeah, I like that. I like that cultural thing. Let me put
let's
that
hold
on.
Let me
that.
appropriate that real quick.
Cultural appropriation.
I think that's kind of that's been one of the funniest things to learn about in life. At
Cultural
least,
appropriation
yeah.
and gentrification.
Gentrification, it's like we see
Isn't
it.
gentrification more of like class, not really cultural thing?
No, yeah,
Because you
because
try
like,
to gentrify like certain like areas.
yeah, so it's changing the culture of it. So like you can go to like a project,
Yeah, it's just trying to make it look.
take out the gun stores, take out the liquor stores,
Well, not really taking it out. You just
put it
kind
in
of.
schools.
Make
No,
it
they
look
have
nicer.
to take it out.
Make it look nicer.
Yeah, I was gonna say you make it look nice. That's the whole point of
No,
gentrification.
you have to remember Walmart sells guns, and Walmart's a nice place.
Yeah, you
Sure
just
enough.
got to pretty it up.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If you make
Add
it
a
look
little bit of
neat,
color.
if you make it look neat, you can sell anything.
True
Yeah.
enough.
Like I went to this one weed store, somewhere near Hamilton,
Yeah.
and it just looked like it was like a fucking like a porcelain store, like it's just full of fancy glass, and I almost forgot that I was buying weed in there. Like it was weird.
It's like, did I walk into a China shop?
The nigga who was like there asking me for my.
Yeah, white gloves on and shit.
It was on some shit, bro. Like you walk and you see this big centerpiece and this crazy looking glass bong. I'm like, yo, where am I? Like, you guys all kush here for sure? Like,
You was smoking weed from like one of those wooden joints, like the Sherlock Holmes.
no,
joint.
it has
That's
to be.
actually sick. I used to
A
have
robot and
It's
shit.
porcelain.
Yeah.
I actually used to have one of
Has a
those kind
fucking
of pipes, bro.
monocle.
That's actually sick.
I have a look at one hitter right now. I won't let us say that.
I can't lie. I remember I used to think the pipes were wicked. So you have to dump them.
Yo, I
Yeah,
had to,
they look cool.
I had to clear my one hitter the other day. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah, fuck this. This is definitely a one
It's not
time
just a
thing.
tap. It's not a tap.
I mean, with Kush,
the gunk and all that.
Yeah, like,
with Kush, you
I
gotta
take one of them, you know, them pins with the little colors on.
Yeah.
It's poking in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Nah, it looks nice as a flex, but to do the work to clean it, it's
Such a
annoying.
bitch.
Okay.
So much at event, like an easy, clean, like.
No, they got the cleaners. It's just, it's still, there's no real way to do it.
Because when you want to smoke your thing, it's like, fuck, I didn't know it was blocked to right now.
Or you're too high and you're like, oh, I gotta clean it.
You gotta save that for future you for sure.
That's why I just stick to the spliff, man. It's easier.
Yo, the old school,
Same
bro.
Bear Kush though.
The classics.
With the spliff or
With
the pipe?
with the one hitter.
Nah, I'm not a one hitter, man.
One hitter
fun.
quitter.
One hitters just made me look like a crackhead.
One hitter was fun for a bit.
Nah, you don't go start with the one hitter.
Nah,
Like,
just the. Yeah, and then I'm done. Like,
yo,
And then he got blown up.
That shit looks crazy.
I get it, but it's just like I don't know.
like you remember the one hitter that North used to have, bro? That shit used to make me laugh so much.
Why?
It looked like a crackhead pipe, dog. It was so funny. Man, put a little nug in there and just said,
Just take a hit.
light it
take a
up and
hit.
just one hit, dog. I'm done. I was like, yo, this is funny.
one hit, blow that out, get back to business,
I remember I
bro.
bought it. I used it once, so I'm like, yeah, nah, this is weird.
I used it a few times until mine broke, and I was like, yeah, I'm not buying the next one.
Yeah, if I bought mine like 2 weeks ago, so if it breaks,
That's it. All right.
Yeah.
And yo, the nug that you
Same
put in
bear
there,
kush, though.
it just makes you look, I don't know, man. I don't know. The kush they used to put in the one hitter makes me laugh. Like it makes it look like you're like you have no
struggling.
kush, bro. Like you're
Struggling, bro.
nah, for me, it's
I got
like,
enough to put in the
I'm a roll
joint, so I
this
got
joint.
to one.
It literally,
Okay, so how I
it
smoke
literally
though?
look like that.
Hold
bro.
on. So how I smoke though is like, okay, I'll roll a spliff, I'll take like 3-4 pulls and put it down. So I'm like, and it still burns a little bit after. So it's just like, I'm wasting kush if I keep doing this.
I
Now
hear you.
I'm gonna relight it now, like in an hour, and take another 4 or 5
You're
pulls.
different still. Cause I'll keep talking.
How
Go whole
big,
thing
how
to your
big is the
face?
nug that you use?
In the one hitter?
Yeah. 'Cause I know the one hitters I've been seeing, like,
It's like a
like
point.
this,
It's like a
dog.
No, it's
one
bigger.
or
It's
point
bigger.
two.
It's bigger.
oh,
Yeah.
you think you're talking about a pipe?
I think it's actually nah. Maybe it's a pipe then, but I don't
You
know.
can hold like a small enough nug.
That can take more than one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that- to me-
I can
to
take
me,
like
that
3
sounds
4
like a
hits. Okay,
The
cool.
one hitters are like,
Oh, look. Oh, I can't know what you're
like
talking
you
about. Nah,
squeeze
nah,
the thing in there, and you're like, and you just
sounds
smoke it
hilarious.
one time like
Nah,
a
nah, nah,
crackhead,
nah,
dog.
That's
It's
my
funny.
understanding of the one hitter. You
Mine's
sounds
a
like you have
pipe. Mine's a
still.
pipe.
It sounds like you have a
Okay.
pipe, yeah.
The pipe is cool, but the one hitter, yeah, as Nick said, it's like a struggle. It's a struggle
Shaking
thing.
your hands to get it in there.
It's like the people that do a little.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's like the people that do a
gotta make
little
sure you're
coke.
lighting
They
the
just
thing
go like
right.
that.
Yeah,
It's like that.
Yeah, it's funny because you have to actually make sure you're burning the thing at least not too much too.
Gotta keep your hands safe so it
So
doesn't
it's like,
fall
yo, let me
over.
just watch it so it's not burning off the whole thing. Like, let me just ignite it. Once you ignite it, you're like, and then you're done. You're like,
It's like
ah.
you're taking crack.
Your fucking eyes drained down. It's like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
But I literally got kush like second week of December, like the normal amount I usually get, and I just finished it like 2 days ago. So think about that. It lasted me a month with a pipe. But in a split,
thing is
it
with-
would have been like, we can have 2 weeks.
I hear you. I
You
hear
roll
you.
pinners.
I was gonna say,
I
with,
have to eat that too.
but like Kush, I feel like you can like really stretch it out in the sense of like you don't need to finish the whole spliff.
yeah, but like from you take a couple pulls, it
So,
keeps
because to me it
burning.
sounds like you-
you relight it, it burns a little more. You know what I mean? You're
So it's like
wasting
you-
kush. Think about it, bro.
Yeah, but aren't you doing the same thing with the one with the pipe?
Nah, because if I
Or
take
you're just finishing that whole
if I
bowl?
fill
and
enough,
then
I finish the bowl. I might take
Oh.
another bowl, but then it's good. The rest of the cushion not being burnt, sitting right there.
Yeah. Okay,
You know what I
okay,
mean?
yeah.
Makes
I mean,
sense.
it does make sense. Like it's the same with bongs. You do save a lot more kush with bongs.
Bongs
but
just slap you.
your
Nah, I can't do
tolerance
bunks.
level, your tolerance level will fly through that fucking roof.
Yeah, that too. Because you're like shotgunning that.
Yeah, I remember the first time I did
never
a
understood how man.
gravity bong. Nearly died.
What's the gravity? Like you run on the floor?
Nah, some next shit. Like the white kids showed me this shit. It was you have to use a bottle and you got to put it in a bucket. And I don't know how it worked, but you know, a regular bong, you the smoke sits at the bottom and you have to draw it up. This is like the smoke brews, and then like you remove the cap,
And
and,
it
then
goes-
you have to catch
Oh,
it.
okay, I done that before.
And then that shit flies up. I mean, pause, I was there trying to bring the fucking smoke up, thinking it was a bong. and I basically shotgunned it.
I know you yacked for sure.
My nigga, I almost coughed up a lung. I swear my life. Yo, the way I was coughing so fucking bad, and I was just like, I went to this, I went to the kitchen. And I started drinking from the pipe, bro. 'Cause I was coughing so much.
Niggas in desperation.
Well, yo, it was funny because as I was coughing so much and drinking water from the pipe, and I didn't even notice I was getting fucking higher and higher.
Yeah, every time you cough.
Yeah,
Every cough.
And then by the time I finished drinking the water, because I'm fried as fuck
You're
now, and I'm
so-
drinking the water, I'm like, I'm in this loop, and I'm like, wait, hold up, why am I drinking the water still? And I fucking got up and I'm like, yo, this is fucked. Like, I was so zooted on my mind, and these white kids talking about, all right, yo, we're gonna leave. I was like, yo, what?
It's like I gotta go home now.
I'm like,
I
yo,
need to sit down for like
yeah,
20
I'm like,
minutes.
yo, fam, literally, I was like, yo, you guys gonna let me like leave
Die?
the place like this? Like, I'm fried.
They're like, yeah, you're blessed.
And they're like, yeah, man, I gotta go. And I'm like, all right, man, yo, fuck. And I just,
The white boys just that's what they do. They're bongs and those gravity bongs. That's what they're all about,
They
bro.
go crazy, man.
All their other gadgets and devices. But
Yeah,
on that
man.
note,